Come on, catch up with me. We're setting off to a big adventure. Run, run, no time to stop. Find cover, the weather's wild today. Vikings chasing us, we need an escape plan. Zio Shuai recalls Jansen and the doc's mysterious talk. They mentioned a rebel group called the Right Arm, hiding out in the mountains, saving kids. The only hope to live is finding them. But the journey won't be easy. We have to care for our injured friend. It's a long road ahead. Soon, Winston started to darken. His belly seemed to be throwing a party. Better to end it quickly with a tearful farewell, and they continued on. They marched towards the mountain, day and night, but they're stuck in the desert, water's all gone. They take a nap in the desert dream. After who knows how long, Zio Shuai wakes to flickering lights in the distance and thinks, a little luck, but before long, the sky flips. Just as they were about to run for their lives, a lightning bolt strikes down, Minyo crumpling as if performing in a bizarre stage play. They drag Minyo into a dark warehouse. Luckily, he wasn't critically hit. He wakes up soon, only for a horde of zombies to crash the party. Just then, a woman emerges from the horde, leading them inside. Boss Hao realizes their worth and feels like he just found treasure. However, Boss Hao targets the rebels. These kids seem his entry ticket. Now, Jansen and his troops arrive, leaving him in a bind. Zio Shuai is left with no choice but to agree to look for the rebels. Now he's somebody else's porno life. What a twist. Luckily, Zio Shuai is valuable, so the soldiers hold back. They have to lift the iron cover like Ironmen. They set off from the dark tunnel, facing the zombie onslaught, going all in. After a while, they don't meet any zombies, but instead, a rat shows up. What in the world? Just as they let the guard down, the zombies wake up. Yikes, they have to run for their lives, but ahead is a dead end. They climb up a dilapidated building, the zombies in hot pursuit. Brenda slips and falls onto the glass. Oh boy, are we parting? She tries to get up, but the glass keeps cracking, and zombies go wild trying to attack her. This scene is truly nail-biting. Seeing she couldn't hold out much longer, Zio Shuai pulls Brenda, but his foot gets bitten by a zombie. Ouch. He has to grit his teeth and rip it. Limping, they move forward, reaching the bar's entrance. But to get in, they have to take a sip of the special cocktail. Zio Shuai thought of refusing, but Brenda chugs it down, so he has to grit his teeth and drink too. Afterward, they split up. Zio Shuai wants to find a guy named Mark, only to find out the drink has an effect he can't tell if it's Brenda or Lisa. Ultimately, Zio Shuai faints from exhaustion. When he wakes up, everyone's together again, and they caught Marquis, the bar owner. Mark spills the beans on the rebels' plot and mentions his beloved car was swiped by Hao. What a twist. They all follow Mark, only to find the route blocked in the canyon. Such a comedic twist. Everyone gets out to check the situation, only to run into a sniper ambush. Hor decides to throw a bomb at the enemy. But before he could act, they get controlled. Luckily, Alice knows them and breaks the stalemate. He once escaped with Alice in the same maze and was rescued by the rebels. Now they are bringing Zio Shuai and friends to the camp. But just then, Brenda suddenly collapses, leading to a dramatic twist. Rebel leader Vincent is built like a tank and plans to eliminate Brenda on the spot. Luckily, medic Mary arrives just in time to handle the crisis. Mary worked with Zio Shuai at Viken. She knows this experiment is a sham, not searching for a cure, but extracting kids' blood. Mary uses Zio Shuai's serum to temporarily stabilize Brenda's condition, but it only alleviates. They need a plan to escape. Zio Shuai's group atop the mountain, savor freedom earned with effort. Fugitive life ends, then he contacts Jansen. Drama unfolds. Zio Shuai feels helpless as he helplessly watches the enemy planes launch their assault. It's raining bombs. After a whirlwind of explosions, the camp turns into a fiery apocalypse, a scene straight out of a blockbuster. Zio Shuai knows they can't win the war. He tells Brenda and how to scram while he becomes the bomb hero, ready for a heroic end. The twisted mastermind, Dr. Ovo, arrives just then. Zio Shuai has no time to hesitate and throws the bomb. His buddies jump to his side, Brenda's crew returns, and the battle reignites. Everyone jumps to action, throwing bombs decisively. Seeing the enemy blown away, frantic Johnson charges in, only to be saved from afar by Brenda with a miraculous olive branch. Thanks to the teamwork, Sayo Shiwai breaks all bonds. But tragedy strikes. Minuo is shot and captured by the enemy. What a mess. Sayo Shiwai watches the plane leave, anger and despair mixing in his heart. Seeing his friend captured, while he's left to survive such a heartbreaking moment, Sayo Shiwai silently decides to rescue Minuo, knowing it might be a death wish, but the overarching problem persists. They can't live like this forever. Perhaps Sayo Shiwai's bravery moves his friends. They decide to go together. It's time to launch the ultimate attack. But just then, the guy finds his limbs uncontrollable, like a marionette gone rogue, literally trapped. Oh no, what's happening? Panicking to break free, but the beast looms closer. He only holds his breath, pleading, "Please don't let me get caught." The next moment, it turns out Minuo is actually in a lab, locked up literally. He's undergoing simulation tests. Once his brain gets stimulated, the serum secreted turns out to be the zombie virus antidote. After the serum is injected, the infected girls feel better, but a few days later, they relapse and turn into zombies. A real roller coaster ride. Seeing this, Sayo Shiwai feels fury burning inside, desperate to escape. Give me a glimmer of hope. Yet infuriatingly, Alice and other immunes are in the compartment, but Minuo is missing. This mystery thickens.